I think we should be back. Okay, yeah, we should be back. But I think Omelette Arcade might mess up a couple times. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty bad. So, yeah, because apparently my iPad likes to just kill my Omelette Arcade. So, yeah, we're just going to continue on, pretend nothing happened, and we're just going to move on. But occasionally, Omelette Arcade might break, and we'll have to move streams, so... Yeah... What the hell? How did Tower of Extraordinary Adventures end up in E? Am I lagging? Okay, great. For some reason, my thing is not working. This is absolutely amazing. You have no idea how much this means to me. It's just not working. Wait. Okay, never mind. We're back. We're back in business. Now, let me just place this back in its original position. Just like somewhere here. I'm just gonna put it there. It's lagging so badly. I don't know why. Anyways, back to where we were going. Tower falling and failing. It's pretty fun. The traps at first, the traps are kind of bad, and it's just GBJ spam, which I don't think that's pretty gaming. But in my opinion, it was kind of fun when I first played it. The later floors are pretty cool. I did not like the maze. I didn't like the maze very much. The design is like Kilbrick based, and it did look pretty visually appealing. So I guess I'll give it points for that. Overall, I think I'll just probably give this mid C tier, because it is fun, but there's like GBJ spam. Some gameplay parts were pretty weird. And there was just unindicated traps, not the greatest. But yeah, Tower of Table Flipping. Floor 9. Why does Floor 9 exist with all the goddamn thin studs? Tower of Table Flipping is thankfully short. In my opinion, it's one of the better Ring 2 towers, but like Floor 9 it's just dumb. It's just dumb. That's probably gonna cost a lot of points. It's probably biased considering I was doing this on mobile. But aside Floor 9, rest of the tower wasn't too bad. I did have some fun during some of the floors. There was this one, the dark purple floor. I thought I found that kind of boring though. So, again, might just be a C tier. I'm putting a lot of towers in C tier lately. Tower of Eternal Suffering. Either a D or an E. The gameplay is not the greatest. Like, it's not very good. It's not very great. Luckily, it's short, but, like, still, the gameplay is awful. Creativity-wise, I can't really think of anything creative. Well, I mean, there was this one thing at Floor 9, with, like, the Can't Collide Foe stuff, and, that other thing with the spinners. I do think those were kind of creative. Not kind of creative, but the rest was just awful. I think I'll just give this a low D. Tower of Difficulty chart. Tower of Difficulty chart is actually not that bad. I will say it's not that bad. It's very consistent, which is good. Terrifying is harder than Kata though, which is kind of weird considering Kata is supposed to be harder than Terrifying. Kata has quarter studs, unfortunately. It's only 3, thankfully. But overall, I think this is probably going to go in a low B, because it's very consistent. It has a safety net, which is cool. which makes it a lot more bearable in my opinion. First half is kind of boring, I will say. So yeah, just a low B. Citadel of Wacky Strategy. Probably my favorite Citadel. It's very fun. It's very painful, but very fun. I think the nerfs made this a lot more bearable. I was kind of lucky, but not very lucky at the same time. I did have a final jump fail, but I'm probably just gonna give this an A tier. Actually, very fun Citadel, very good. I really liked it. I just really enjoyed it. Maybe a tower. Again, I'm actually just going to give this an E tier. Again, very boring, only good for speedrunning. It's worse than neat, in my opinion. Tower of Confusion. Okay, now we're moving on to Ring 3 towers. Tower of Funny Thoughts. Incredibly boring. This is actually going to be an E tier. This might be my least favorite easy. It's very boring. I was not a fan of it. Tower of Inverted Colors. The only thing that's creative about it is that the colors inside the tower and the frame colors were like inverted, obviously. But again, that's pretty much it. So yeah, very low D tier. Tower of Deep Sighing. Not that bad for a Ring 3 tower. The music the music isn't that great though. Again, and I'm probably just gonna go rapid fire for Ring 3 towers. Tower of Deep Sighing. It was also very forgettable for me, so again, D tier because it's not that bad, and because I did find a little bit of enjoyment. But other than that, this could have been an E tier. Tower of Ancient Trickery. I like the concept of it. It was a very cool concept where you would go to like some tomb thing. This is probably gonna be in a C tier because it was kind of boring, but like it was pretty good in design and it was creative. So yeah, C tier. Tower of Fatness. F for fatness. And F for fit. You get the points. F tier. Tower of Winning Every Run. Not much to say. I think it's pretty forgettable for me. Yeah, this is probably just going to go in an E tier. Tower of Slight Inconvenience. Was not a fan of it gameplay wise. I did find it. There was only like one part that I found fun in. But that's it. So probably just gonna go in like D, if I can move it. Thank you very much. Tower of Wall Hawking, another good tower in terms of Ring 3. So yeah, it's pretty short, but the gameplay was actually pretty decent. Design, it looked pretty visually appealing in my opinion, and the name fit with the tower. You do hug the wall a lot. There were a couple of choke points, but in the end, it's probably just going to be a C tier. Tower of Lots of Damage, E tier. Not even going to explain. Tower of Despair, F tier. And then, where did I put it? Yeah, Tower of Despair, obviously an F tier. Totally a tower. I will say it's pretty cool. I do think Totally a Tower has good design. It's notorious for its outside, and it got added for the Ring 3 tower, which was just pretty funny considering it's in that Soul Mini Tower just decides your fate. I did not make up that joke. Some comment did in like 51 Ob's video of completion. I don't know. But the gameplay is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty fun. The outside's pretty fun. I think the stress makes it more fun. Except for Tower Rush, so probably gonna give this a C tier. Probably my favorite neat in the game. Okay, Tower of Inception. Do I need to explain? F tier, obviously, will be a tower. I haven't seen this, so I'm just gonna pull up that tower really quickly. Tower of no. Will be a tower. jtoh. Right here. Okay, so let me just take a look. Oh my god.
Who would I be if I snoozed?
Okay. Yeah, this should be very short since this is a neat. Alright, can you get on with the thing? Okay, so the design actually looks really cool considering it's a neat. Gameplay looks pretty fun, I must say. Let me just take a look at it. Like a closer look at it. It looks very cramped, so I don't like that. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. A neat with client objects. Oh, a neat with corner clipping. Very interesting neat. The gameplay looks pretty alright. Yeah, it looks like a very alright tower. This is actually surprisingly long for a neat. Yeah, probably just gonna have to give this a C tier. Alright, C tier you go. Citadel of Uneasiness. Citadel of Uneasiness is a pretty good classic style. It's pretty punishing if you fall though. And the dropper is very nerve-wracking. It has a couple of choke points in the dropper, which is dumb. It's very scary in the tower rush, but yeah, this is gonna go in a B tier for me. Design's pretty cool, pretty creative frame, and very fun. So yeah, B tier. All right, ring 4 towers. Tower of Spiraling Heights. The theme is cool. Design is pretty nice. Gameplay, not the greatest gameplay. Yeah, probably gonna round that. Probably just gonna stick this into the C tier. Tower of Getting Gnomed. Another kind of boring tower. Very good, pretty good on the design. I like how you. But the cloud maze is so bad. It's so dumb. I don't understand. It's probably just gonna go in a D for me. Tower of Linden into F tier you go. Alright, Tower of Elysium, very boring. It's literally just repetitive jumps. The design's cool, I guess, but again, it's really bad, not creative. Going in E tier. Tower of Terrible Monies. This is actually pretty fun. It's pretty fun during the later floors. I do think the beginning floors are kind of boring. It starts off with the maze, which is kind of interesting, but the route progression is pretty gaming, and it's visually appealing as well. The design, I think, is kind of cool. It's a pretty fun tower, in my opinion. Pretty fun. Probably gonna give this maybe a B, actually. It's pretty punishing, though. I'm thinking of more B or C, but probably baseline B. Tower of Leaning Ledges. Tower of Leaning Ledges. It was not that great for me. I think it was just an overall C tier for me. Design was, again, it was based off ledges, believe it or not. Wow, I did not know that. But floor 10 was very meh. The whole tower was meh for me. That's just gonna be a C. Tower of Dust and Decay, a pretty cool tower. Floor 9 though, Floor 9's pretty questionable. The rest is pretty cool. The client objects look really cool. It's very weird looking. It has gears. It has this spinning thing with holes in it with the maze. I think that was pretty creative. Design is again questionable, but I'm just gonna give this a high C maybe. If this thing can move, thank you very much. Tower of a Holy Flip, very short, which is good, which I'm thankful for. But sorry, I thought I was gonna cough. The gameplay itself, not the greatest. The gradient is cool. Green to white, it's pretty. I think that's a nice gradient, very visually appealing. What else? Tower of Holy Flip. That's really all I can think of. Probably just gonna have to give this a D tier. Tower of Nonsensical Platforms. Either a very low D or a high E is what I'm thinking. it's trap based, and it has this very bad maze. The music choice is questionable. Probably just gonna have to put this in a high E. Tower of Corrupted Nightmares E. The music is good. Probably it's a bad music, but the music is what makes this not an F for me. I really like the music, so yeah. Tower of Getting wait, where's Tower of? Why is Tower of Nice Views all the way over there? Anyways, Tower of Getting Kind of Disappointed. The name is truthful. The tower is a disappointment, if I say so myself. Pretty forgettable, if you ask me. Overall, just a C tier. Tower of Rigid Success. It has this very awesome 30-second trial of dodging a single kill brick spinner. So great, amazing gameplay. The tower, there isn't much to say about the tower. Again, probably just gonna have to put this at a C. Tower of Downward Mobility. Very bad. I do not like the push box in the beginning. It's just the theme is good. I mean, the theme is nice. The theme is decent, but oh my god, it's so bad gameplay wise. Floor 2 has so much walking. Floor 2 it has these stupidly tight shovers. This is just gonna be a low D. Sorry. Tower of Obvious Chaos. I think it's pretty cool. I do think the design is nice. There are a couple of choke points. The music is good. But overall, I found this actually fun. There is a dropper section as well. The rings are cool. I like the rings. I think it adds a nice touch to the tower, nice atmosphere. And I'm probably just gonna have to give this a B tier. Yeah. Tower Floral Fury. Or you know what? I'm probably gonna give this a very low A. A very low, baseline A, because it's very fun. I really liked it, but there were a couple of choke points, but I really liked it in the end, so yeah. That's my opinion. Please do not come after me. But yeah, Tower Floral Fury. Nice theming, I will say. Gameplay, again, questionable. Floor 4, I think it's floor 4, has this difficulty spike of a tightrope. It's like a 0.1 tightrope, and it's very curved upwards. It's not a fun tightrope. I like the design, but the route progression in floor 2 was very confusing for me. Very confusing. But the design is great. But again, I'm probably just gonna give this maybe a D. Tower of Extraordinary Adventures. Again, good in design. The maze is dumb though. And you have to find buttons, which if you're sight reading, it can be extremely painful and terrible. So it's not very good. It's not very good. So yeah. But it's good in theme. The theme is good. The concept is nice again. Design is great, but gameplay, creativity might just end up in probably a C. So yeah, Tower of Tokyo Heights. Again, concept's cool. I do think the gameplay is actually decent. There's no difficulty spikes. Well, floor 10 is kind of a difficulty spike. I'm not the greatest when it comes to spotting difficulty spikes, so yeah. The design's good. The gameplay. Oh wait, yeah, there was a difficulty spike. I'm starting to remember. There was these falling platforms. It was it was stupidly hard. I did not like them. The outside sections aren't actually outside sections because the outside sections are technically still inside the tower. So yeah, the atmosphere is nice. I like the atmosphere. Probably just gonna give this a high C. Tower of Fractured Obstacles. It's just long jumps. And thin tightropes. That's literally what it is. And the designs, again, design is kind of cool. I like the wedges, but gameplay-wise, not a big fan of. Sorry. I like the idea of fractured obstacles, again, considering the name. But the gameplay kind of just brings it down for me. My PB on this is 6. I did not have a great time with this. Probably just going to end up in a D. Citadel of Contrasting Regions. This has insta-kills and GBJs for a mid-rem. The insta-kills are pretty easy to avoid, but why would you even add insta-kills in a Remorseless in the first place? And there's a challenge with darkness and stuff, and it's over a GBJ. So I don't like that gameplay concept. I do like the concept of going through 4 realms. The basements, no, the basements are just a hard no for me. I literally looked up a guide for the basement because I literally did not want to follow it. It's not good. It's not that great. So yeah, floors 1 through 3 were boring. The only thing I was interested in was the Hell region. Again, C tier. Tower of Glitching and Healing. I mean, the name suggests, but I didn't really find this fun. Not gonna lie. It's a very whatever tower for me. It's not good, but it's not bad. Well, it's just mediocre in the end. Probably just gonna give this a C. Tower of Frightening Nightmares. Yeah. I'm thinking of either an E or an F. I'm probably gonna give this an F. Floor 9 and 10 spikes up a lot. A outside exists. It does not deserve to exist. Gameplay is terrible. So yeah, F tier. Tower of Nice Views. Views aren't very nice, I will say. Design's cool and all. That's literally only what it's good at. Just a D tier, in my opinion. Alright, we're done with Ring 5. Let's go. Now we're on to Ring 6. Tower of Friendly Jumps. Very short, but... sorry. The jumps are pretty boring. The tower is pretty boring. There were these really dumb spinners in I think it was floor 7, floor 8. I do not remember, but there was these extremely dumb spinners. So I'm just gonna give this a D. As always, Tower of Environmental Pain. This would have been way better if it weren't for the space part with Saturn and Moon in the final floor. I feel like this could have been way better. Because it's a good tower in my opinion. It's not, the gameplay isn't the best, but I do think it is actually a bit fun. The space part just ruins it for me, and so because of that, that's another D tier for me. Tower of Radiant Realms. It's one of the better Ring 6 towers, I will say. So that's one. The design's cool. I like the theming. The realms are not that radiant. I mean, it's pretty cool. I do like the ending of the houses and stuff. I don't think this is a very fun tower to speedrun, considering the monthly challenge that we had this month, which is to your speedrun Tower of Radiant Realms in under 13 minutes or whatnot. But in my opinion, it's pretty cool. I might just put this on a high C. Alright, Tower of Twisted Inquisition. Ha 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 ha. Into the E tier you go. Noob. Tower of Inner and Outer Scaling. Definitely going to be an A tier for me. I really loved it. Really like the tower. Very gaming tower. Very fun, I must say. So yeah, probably the best Ring 6 tower. So yeah, Tower of a Depressing Future. I do not like the outside very much. The gameplay is very depressing. I'm stuttering way too much. As I was saying, gameplay not the greatest. Design very meh. The theming's just all over the place. It just doesn't fit right. And the outside section is just a spike in general, so it's just going to be a D tier for me. Tower of Dispersed Rooms, E tier, easily. Tower of Intense Solar Chaos. I like the idea of going through the solar system. Like, you start from the sun, and then you just go to space. Suddenly you're on Earth. I don't understand that. How you go from the sun to space to Earth. Weird. Tower of Intense Solar Chaos. Yeah, I mean, it has the word chaos. I mean, there's literally turret hell and, like, the end of the space floors. I like the idea of the low gravity, though. I think that's pretty creative. Overall, just a D tier, though. Yeah, Ring 6, not that great. Tower of Niflheim. This is going to be a B tier. Wait. This is going to be a B tier for me. I like the concept of like a Norse world realm, like a mythology realm being put in a tower. I think the theme was executed well. But I mean, there were a couple of choke points though. The design is very great. I like the idea of like some structures hidden around and like going through some kind of castles. The colors are really cool. You know, I'm actually gonna put this at like probably an A. It is very cool. I really enjoyed it in my opinion. Citadel of Scythe Recognition, again, another A for me. Very fun. The frame is just so cool going through a scythe. Like, come on, very cool. You have to respect the idea thought in the frame. I don't like the fact that it denies that everyone can't recognize the scythe. That was a terrible joke, I'm sorry. But the design's really cool, very creative. So yeah, another A tier for me. Alright, Tower of Strategic Mechanics. I will say, it was pretty fun, but it was mainly based on it's because of the experience that I had with it. I only had 3 B-side fails, and so I did think it was pretty fun. A-side was pretty fun. At first it was pretty boring, but it's very creative as well. It's a client object based, but the client objects are kind of good. I think I liked it. Floor 4A though is just like waiting, and floor 5A again is just waiting. I mean 5B, sorry. I don't like the idea of GBJ spam though. It's just like, not a fan of it. But but I'm going to put this at a B tier. Tower Impossible Movement. So apparently people have been saying that you can get screwed up by like some misalignments. I personally didn't get screwed by any misalignments though. It was my first terrifying, and I did not find it fun. Really. Sorry. It's just rap spam. It's purist. Like I do like purist gameplay, but like this, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest tower really. It's the sequel to Tower of True Skill. There were a lot of choke points. Probably going to give this a very low C. Alright, we're done with Ring 6. Let's see what chat has to offer. Everyone is saying... Alright, everyone is just... yeah. Okay. Now we're just going on to the Ring 7. Tower of Rushed Building. I don't think it's that bad considering it was made in one day. So I'll have to give it props for that. But considering this was made in one day, you wouldn't expect much from a tower made in one day. Like the gameplay is kind of boring at some parts. So yeah, you can't expect much for one day, but I think it isn't that bad of a tower built in one day. Tower of Feeling Lazy. The tower truly is lazy. I had to beat this for like last month I had to beat this for the monthly challenge, and while I played it, I think there were a couple of choke points. Some parts of it was pretty fun, but overall, probably just gonna have to put this at a D tier. So yeah. Tower of Collective Collaboration. I was going to do this tower, but then I forgot to do this tower. And now I don't know what it's like. I've heard that it's very messy, and there were like some annoying floors, but there were also some good floors. There was like some kind of pillar around it, and there was like some quiz. You like get 10 key. You have to get like a key per floor in order to move on. Some people have said that it's like the worst tower in Ring 7. I might have to take its word, the word for it, and I'll probably just put this at a D based on the community's opinion, because I do not want to go through another video, I swear. Tower of Distorted Aerodynamics. I am going to put this at solid B. Actually, this is going to be put in S tier, and here's why. It's really good gameplay wise. Design is really cool, and it's so creative. Like the gameplay is so good. It's super fun, and for me, the fact that there's literally curving bullets from turrets, and like you have to jump on turrets, and it still has really good gameplay. It's a very solid tower, and it's my first S tier. So, good job, Tower of Distorted Aerodynamics. You really done good. Tower of Orientating Oscillating Opinions. This tower is visually appealing. It's really good on design. Gameplay-wise, it's just rap spam, and you just do some spinners. So yeah, I will say that. It's pretty creative though. Some spinners were pretty creative. It's pretty stressful on the tower rush, considering that if you fall, you get GBJ'd because of a decorative pillar. I think this is probably going to be probably a very low. Actually, no, I'm just gonna put this at like a mid-high C tier. Honestly, design is extremely good. Don't get me wrong. But the gameplay is just rap spam. There are a couple of choke points here and there. So yeah, that's just my reasoning. I'm probably just gonna give it a B tier just for the immense detail. So yeah, B tier for me. If I can scroll down, please. Thank you very much. Tower of Never Going to Give You Up. Never gonna let you down. Tower of Never Giving Up Ever. That took me way too long to say. I did not have a great experience with it. I had 3 9 outside fails. I failed the big boy rap once. Don't ask how. And honestly, floor 1 is very boring. I did not like floor 1. The first few floors are pretty boring, but then the rest of it gets more enjoyable as you go through, in my opinion. And then, so overall, it's probably just gonna be a C tier. Tower of Never-Ending Dizziness. It's based on the tower is literally a circus. It's based on spinning things. Personally, I haven't really grinded it, and my PB is only 3 on it, but I've seen a couple of it. I need to work on my English. I've seen a bit of it. I've seen floor 4. There were a couple of bad gameplay parts from what I saw. I haven't experienced the tower. I haven't truly experienced it, so I can't really judge it properly. But from what I've seen, it's just going to be another C tier for me. So yeah, Tower of Ultraviolet. Honestly, I actually like this tower. It was very fun. Luckily, I had no fails on the final floor. Floor 9 is pretty stressful. I did not have a very good experience with it, but I do think it was a good tower. If you fall, you're literally GBJ'd, so that's fun if you're on Tower Rush. Overall, it's probably just going to be a B tier for me. So let's just move on to B tier right here. Okay, next one, Tower of Yearning Victory. The tower isn't that bad. The tower wasn't that as bad as I thought. I mean, yeah, the tower isn't that bad, but it sure does difficulty spike a lot towards like floor 8. Like the rest of the tower is like mid remorseless gameplay, and until you get to like floors 8, 9, and 10, and then everything just spikes up to infinity. The gameplay's cool. It's based around Crown. I like the hat given on the tower. I think it's just another C tier from. Oh, come on. Okay, great. It's lagging. So I'm just going to check chat and see what chat is like. So let's see. Wait till you get to F6. Remove TOI. It's getting revamped. I'm rating the classic version of it, so that's why it's an F. No, we got record. Lol, noob. Okay. Yeah, I just read chat. Okay, yay, now it's back in business. I'm probably going to give this, because the tower was actually fun. Oh, great. What is wrong with this website? Why is it just not letting me move? It's being a big bully and I hate it. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to I'm just going to go back to reading chat then. Explain why TOI is F, please. Why do you want me to explain? Okay, yay, back. Okay, I'm gonna give this a high C because it's fun. Actually, no, I'm gonna give this a low B, like a very low B. It's fun. It's very fun, but like the difficulty spike is just it just exists. It cannot be. I don't think it should be ignored. Tower of Extreme Hell. I have heard very bad things about it. Personally, I've never grinded it. My PB is only 2. But I've heard some really bad things about it. And so I'll have to take the community's word for it and just put this in F tier. So yeah. Citadel of True Exasperation. Again, an A tier. Another A tier for me. No, dude. Can I stop? There we go. Okay. Another A tier for me. I've literally been putting Citadels mainly on A. But anyways, I personally think Citadel of True Exasperation is A tier because it's actually really fun. The gameplay is really fun. It looks visually appealing. It's long and it's really stressful. But despite all of that, it's just really fun, honestly. I really enjoyed this. It's one of my favorite Citadels in the game. Definite A tier. Alright, Terrifying Beauty. The tower has a very nice atmosphere and a good storyline. It's mainly based on personal preference. I do think some client objects could have been executed better. Overall, this is just going to be in a mid C tier for me. Elongated runs. Okay, so people have said that TOER is very boring. It's very boring in the beginning 3 floors, like having to go through all of it again, which I can definitely see why. The tower is just like a pure pain. It's length based. It's like 30 minutes long, and it's just there's like insta kill spam. This is probably just gonna go in an E tier for me. Alright, Ringgate Towers, gaming, okay. Somewhat simple scaling. This tower is actually This tower is honestly boring. It's pretty boring. Also, it rickrolls you, yeah. And again, it's really boring. Probably just gonna have to put this at the D tier. Tower of Needing Basic Aptitude, or Tower of National Basketball Association, as you guys say. The puzzles are really fun. I do enjoy the puzzles. The gameplay's pretty fun and design's cool. Overall, a nice tower. Probably gonna give this a B tier. right here. Tower of Vibrant Adventures. Not the greatest tower. Not the greatest tower, honestly. Design's cool. Don't get me wrong, but the gameplay, not the greatest. Creativity-wise, there were some creative parts, but there's this like speed section that has speed wraps. Why would you add speed unless it's over safety net? Why would you put unsafe speed wraps? I don't understand why speed wraps exist. This is gonna go in a D tier for me. Tower of Almost's Anger. One of the best detailed towers in very, very detailed tower, honestly. Gameplay is fun. Gameplay is really fun. The boss fight is cool. I feel like it can be heavily cheesed though, because like at the floor, if you fall, you just get teleported to like right before the boss, and it's not that punishing. So you can literally just cheese the boss fight. That's what I accidentally did. I was on a sight read run for it, and the boss fight was pretty much like kind of hard difficulty because of that, which is a shame because the boss fight is really cool. So overall, I'm actually going to give this an A tier. Gaming, right? Tower of Insult to Injury. I'm going to put this as another S tier because the tower concept, first of all, is really cool. The way it just tries to spook you. It's a very cool tower, and the way that the tower is shaped as a heart, it is truly Insult to Injury. So the name definitely fits. It's very creative. I love this tower. Very awesome tower. Mean tasks. Extremely painful. Very painful. Floors 8 through 10 are kind of a difficulty spike. People have said it's SC difficulty. I don't think it's SC difficulty. I feel like if once you like learn it, it can be fun. But again, another S, not an S, a C tier for me. Insanely innovative ideas. Probably gonna give this a B tier actually. I really liked it's very long, and I don't really like long towers, but Tower of Insanely Innovative Ideas I do think lives up to its name. There were like some very creative parts. I think there were some custom client objects. The boss fight is cool, and I really like the win room. I feel like some parts could have been better, but overall, just a B tier. Uneasy scaling. It's fun, but that's it. The design's cool and all, but like, I felt neutral when I was playing it. I was enjoying it, but I felt neutral. So it's just gonna be a C tier for me. Alright, Tower of Verdant Entropy. Very fun. This is actually gonna be an A tier for me. It's very short, and the idea of climbing a tree is cool, and the client objects is nice. The gameplay flows very well. It's overall a masterpiece. I really like Tower of Verdant Entropy. Suffering Outside. It's very punishing, and it's very long. Considering like if you fall like maximum, like a maximum of 3, you can like fall 10 to like 1 or 5 to 1. It's super punishing at some parts, but design is cool, very creative, and the gameplay is pretty fun at some parts. And this is probably gonna end up at a B tier for me. Oh, nice. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is probably gonna end up as a B tier for me. Okay, can this website stop lagging, please? Thank you very much. Tired of Suffering Outside. Oh my god, I'm just gonna read chat while this calms down. S tier. All right. Yeah. All right. I think it should be done. I read a little bit of chat. All right. So yeah, this is probably gonna be another B tier for me. So yeah. Tower of Externalizing Insanity. The tower is kind of fun, actually. First half is pretty easy, I guess. The design is cool. I like the idea of, I think you like ascend from the depths of hell up to heaven. I think that's what I think that's what the theme of the tower is going for. But like I don't like the fact that it's like I don't like the fact that they buff the gameplay on a safety net, and it just makes the experience a whole lot more painful. This is probably going to be a C tier for me. So, yeah. Alright, Citadel of Constant Heart Stopping. I personally think the Citadel isn't too bad. People hate this, but I'm not one of them. I think this is a pretty cool tower. It's themed around, like, heart stuff. But it was kind of confusing because the only thing that this tower involved, like gameplay wise, with like hearts and stuff, was like the beat blocks, because it had like a heartbeat sound, which I found pretty cool. But I'm actually probably, because like the game, it is also very fun, even though it has 18 floors. It did have some bad gameplay elements, but it's honestly a B tier for me. If I can move this, thank you very much. Yeah, just a B tier for me. Generation failure. This tower is good in design. Gameplay wise, no, it's not good. It's not good in gameplay. I really don't like it in gameplay. Decoration is, the decoration is only what's good about it. Some parts were the concept of the tower generating and then failing, I guess that's cool. But no, this is gonna go in E tier for me. Or maybe either D or E. It's like either a low D or a high E. I'm gonna give this a high E, honestly. Citadel of Lethargy. This Citadel tried to be Citadel of Uneasiness, but it didn't work. I don't think it worked. It's basically Citadel of Uneasiness. It has the same amount of floors, but it's shaped like an L. And the tower basically obviously gives off COU vibes. I don't think it's as fun as COU. Sorry, I think it's just gonna be a C tier for me. All right, Ring 9 time. Tower of Great Overcomings, Western themed tower. I think that's very cool. There was this very rigged floor 4 spinner jump, or was it floor 5? I did not like it. Design's very cool, but there were also these like rigged mine carts which weren't like great. Like especially floor 5. It was kind of annoying considering like you'd fall to 1 if you fail it. But overall, it's a well executed theme. I think it's a B tier. I personally think this is a B tier for me. All right, Questionable Trials. Very mid for me. It's very mid. The difficulty did kind of spike up. It was definitely not intense. I beat it when it was intense. It was definitely not intense. And the final outside is just so long. The song is good. The songs are good, especially final outside. But it's just going to be a high D. A high D. Beat block berserk. Actual good beat block usage. It's very nice. The theme is cool. Design looks really nice. I did have a lot of 10 fails, but that still makes me think what was I gonna say? I can't. Yeah, I think it's just good beat block usage in general. Beat block isn't a very good client object in my opinion, but if it's like using it like this it's good usage. I think this is a B tier for me. Right here. Okay, Pastel Pillars. It's very long. I haven't grinded it, but I've seen a full video on it, and some gameplay parts look good. Some gameplay elements did not. Design is good. There were some creative elements. I think this is like a high C, in my opinion, a high C. So yeah, somewhere over there. All right, Tower of Bent Trauma. You guys might hate me for this. You guys might not. But I personally think this is an S tier. The atmosphere of this tower is so good. The music choice is really good, at least for me. The gameplay structure is very unique. It's inspired by TOVE, which no wonder why it's so good. And it's very short, and because it's short, of course, it's Final Outside. I normally do not like Final Outside, but this Final Outside is really good, and you get a very nice view of it. The music for the final stretch is really good as well. I'm really glad they scrapped the other final stretch. There was another final stretch music that they added. It isn't as good as the current one. Very well executed theme. And it's just really creative. I really like this tower. You might hate me for it you might hate me for it for having a popular opinion, but yeah, that's just my opinion. High Adrenaline. It's another short tower, and I like short towers. But some gameplay elements of it were not too great. But there were some parts that were like really fun, I will say. I wasn't a fan of the floor 5 circular spinners. I like the speedrun section and like the tunnel thing. I think that was pretty creative. 7 and 8 outside is pretty punishing. Luckily I only had like 5 fails on it. There were like a couple of choke points. There were like these fast spinners that I didn't like, and the one stud jumps. The one stud thick jumps. The one stud jumps. Yeah, you get what I mean. On that like final spinner of the outside, I wasn't a fan of. I was lucky enough to fluke it though. Floors 9 and 10 definitely should be practiced. But I think it's I do think that floors 9 and 10 had a couple of bad gameplay elements. The speedrun section is super tight, like very tight, and they literally added a quarter stud. I do not like that idea. This is probably just going to be a B tier for me. So yeah, Tower of Curved Ascent. Curved Ascent. I like this tower. Very punishing, I will say. It's only punishing on the second half. The first half can easily be abused. Floor 1 is very annoying, though. Probably the most annoying floor. People have said that this is like the best soul crushing. I'm probably gonna have to agree with them. The design is great. The gameplay is great as a whole. This is probably just gonna be an A tier for me. I liked it. And yeah, A tier, yeah. Nervous Sweating, excluding Zone 5, Nervous Sweating is probably the best terrifying in the game. It's very consistent. The client objects were really good. Floors 1 through 4 were very boring, though. I did not like them very much. But the rest of the tower was fine. Some client objects could have been handled better. But overall, I think this is a B tier. Uh-oh. What happened? Yeah, okay, so something happened. I accidentally did something. So I'm just going to read chat and while this happens. Oh, wait. Okay, I have no idea what's happening. I'm just gonna read chat. Wait. Okay, yeah, something is happening. I don't understand what's happening. The tier list might reset. If the tier list resets, I'm just going to ignore everything and just start from where I am. This is very great stream quality. So know, guys, how was your day going? Mine's been going good. Whoa, I think if I open chat... Okay, I think the tier list... With my boss! Okay, yeah, the tier list... Okay, thank God. Thank the Lord. The tier list did not reset. So we're just gonna go ahead and put Nervous Sweating on a B tier. Yeah, B tier. Alright. Next up, Frightening and Confusing Trials. Very creative, I must say. It's a very good Purist Tower in my opinion. I really liked it. Design wise, well, I mean it's Purist, so well, I mean you could just add like some non-Purist stuff that doesn't affect the gameplay, but I think it's just a high C in my opinion, a high C. Or you know what? A low B. A very low B. Bloodthirsty Kinos. It's more of like jtoh gameplay, you know? The gameplay isn't that great. I do think that it is kind of enjoyable. I mean, I feel like it can be enjoyable. Overall, I think the design's cool as well. I like the atmosphere is actually, the atmosphere is actually really cool. I like the songs. The song choice is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty weird because it is just like old vinyl records, but I think it fits well with the atmosphere. I think this is a high C because gameplay wise it isn't that great, but the creativity kind of makes up for it, so like a high C. Augmented Misery. I'm going to be judging the Kata version of this. Augmented Misery. I can't really judge too hard on it. I've seen Augmented Misery, and the gameplay doesn't look too great, if I say so. Like, this was somehow rated peak terrifying. I don't get how. And this is apparently the sequel to Mean Tasks. What are the resemblances? I don't understand. The design is cool, though. The gameplay doesn't look too fun. So again, I'll probably just put this at a C tier. Champions Road. Okay, so it's the sequel to TOIF. And the trusses are used very weirdly. The tower technically has 9 floors because floor 5 is free. It has a safety net. However, it's buffed gameplay, so unless you practice safety net a lot, you're going to be stuck in there for forever. So it's kind of like TOEI, except worse. I might put this at a C tier. So yeah, there you go. Cruel Punishment. This Cruel Punishment looks like it looks extremely painful to grind. It's extremely punishing. It's very notorious for its length, and like it doesn't show any mercy. I mean, of course it doesn't show any mercy. It's peak catastrophic. Honestly, I think this is again a C tier. It looks cool, but like the design, it looks like so tedious to play through. And the gameplay just looks like, I feel like if this was easier, it would have been way more enjoyable. I mean, you have Tower of Cruel Punishment Classic, so I feel like that is an excuse. But again, that's just going to be a C tier for me. Anyways, now we're on to the zones. Let's go. We only have 5 more rows left. Okay, guys, we can do this. Tower of Another Beginning. I'm going to try to go rapid fire for this. Tower of Another Beginning. It's a very long tutorial. It's very boring. I don't really like it very much. I feel like it would be helpful if you're like a noob or something, but it's just a D tier for me. Peaceful Happiness and Tranquility. Very boring. It just repeats some jumps music, there's nothing, well, I mean, of course, the music is pretty peaceful, I will say, but, like, it's just so boring, and just, no design, there's, like, barely any design, and it's just repeat some jumps, it's probably just gonna be an E tier for me. Atlantic Depths. Theme is nice, I like the theme. Was it executed good, though? Not exactly. The design could have been better, I will say. Gameplay, not the greatest. Overall, just gonna be a C tier. Hands sweating. Into the F tier you go, you dumb tower. You're extremely boring. I'm pretty sure that literally had an 8 out of 30 rating. So definitely F tier for me. Tower of Peace. Those ball jumps on the outside, no, just a no for me. Tower of Peace isn't too bad, I guess. The gradient is nice. Design's kind of cool. Gameplay's boring. Again, probably just gonna be a D. Mirrored Heck. It's literally just Tower of Heck, but like, it's just Tower of Heck. It's just like some ripoff. It's literally an E tier for me. Tower of Contractual Obligations. It's based off the Hat in Time, but like, the only resemblance that it has between this and A Hat in Time is the wind pad and the songs. That's it. That's literally it. And like the gameplay again is another meds. Most of Zone 1's beginner towers are not the greatest. This is going to go in a D tier for me. Yearning Success. It's very long, but I do think it's fairly decent. It's pretty creative, I must say. Overall, probably just gonna be a high C, maybe a mid C actually, because it's pretty creative. Wanting Extra Levels. I think it is pretty creative as well, but it's extremely lengthy. If you don't use skips, so. And hypothetically, if you're on a skipless run, it looks really tedious. But I feel like there are some creative things that the tower had to offer. So overall, again, another C tier. Absolute Vexation. It's literally like Tower of Rage, but it's honestly, in my opinion, it's like a bit worse, a tiny bit worse than Tower of Rage. Some spinner timings are not the best. Some spinner timings are not the best. Floor 8. I mean, the whole tower, it is high challenging, so it isn't that hard. But and it is visually appealing. But some of the gameplay elements with the spinners, it isn't that great. It's probably gonna be another C tier again. Most of this is probably just gonna be C tier. Tower of Ultimately Terrifying. It's a trap tower. But the more you play it, the more it just forgets about traps. The story is weird. I don't get the story. It's lore-based, and boss fights are kind of cool, I guess. So I do think it's better than Tower of Traps. That's not saying much, though. I think this is just going to be a really high E, or maybe just baseline D. It's in between D and E, in my opinion. Tower of Extreme Dystopia. Extreme Dystopia. I actually like this tower. It's probably one of my favorites in Zone 1. The theming is cool. I like the theming. I don't get how it represents dystopia, but then again, I don't fully understand what dystopia is, so I mean, I can't really judge it based on that. The GBJ floors, a bit of a spike considering floors 1 through 6. Floors 1 through 6 is very low rem, and then the final 3 floors are floors 8 and 9 are low mid rem. Floor 10 is literally just intense difficulty, literally. But the tower is really short. I think I think it's a pretty good for like Zone 1 standards. I think this is a B tier. You guys are probably gonna come after me for this, but it's my opinion. So yeah, tower of really nasty ideas. Again, another B tier for me. I think it's fun. It's very long. Not the fan of long towers, but this is in my opinion one of the more better longer towers because it is really creative. I think Blockermain and Amos worked on it. I don't remember who created, but I do think that this is a really cool tower, and overall deserves the B tier spot. Zez Plus. I don't like this. It's based on puzzles that are like kind of stupid, and once you learn them, it's like I guess it's like not even peak REM. And I've seen Fuzzy get screwed over it. He said it's very demotivating. I might have to take his word for it. But overall, this is just gonna be a D. Citadel of Peril. Oh, it's okay. I guess the design's cool. It's like Flood Escape 2. Like it's a pursuit citadel. It's a pursuit citadel. Basically, lava runs up to you, and you're like have to escape it. Whatever. It's high remorseless. I don't get how Tower of Zez Plus is higher on the DC than Citadel of Peril. I think Citadel of Peril is harder than Zez Plus. In my opinion, the gameplay is okay. Some floors were actually fun. Floor 8 is not a very great floor because you have to get lucky on its cycle. If you because chances are you have to wait like very long for a cycle for it. It's basically mainly waiting simulator of floor 8. The final 3 floors are okay, I guess. Floor 14 is like the hardest floor of the Citadel, and floor 15 is just I mean it's inside of Volcano, which is a cool concept. I think this is going to be a mid-C. Thinning Layers, not a fan of it. It's very repeatable. It's the shortest SC, but it just sucks to play through. It's just gonna be a D for me. All right. We're now at the Zone 2 tower. Woo. Yeah. Anyways, Tower of Slanted Anticipation. I don't know why I seemed like that. Tower of Slanted Anticipation. Very fun tower, I must say. It's probably my favorite medium tower. Very fun, like the design. I think Goose made this. Goose and 60mm. I think they did a great job making this tower. It did go over the part count. I think this is a B tier, in my opinion. Tower of Buttons. It's not that bad, not that great either. Very mediocre. The music is super intense for just a medium difficulty tower. But it's just gonna be a C tier for me. Let me read chat and see what chat has to offer. Okay, yeah. Cool. Tower of Ground Level Ascension. Very fat tower. It's probably the fattest tower in the game. So basically, you ascend 5 floors, and then you descend to 6 through 10, which are literally just expanded floors. The theming's nice, I will say. Gameplay kind of boring. Boring-ish. There were some parts that I found some fun in. This is just gonna be another C for me. We are We are really packed up on C tier towers, really. All right, we're literally almost done. Tower of Troublesome Adventures. Not a great tower. Design is very bland. Gameplay, not the greatest. It literally repeats on some jumps. This is going to be a D tier for me. Not a fan. Alright, Unearthed Discoveries. This is cool, very cool tower, I must say. the design is cool. It helps you unlock arcane area, and you have to collect these crystals. And some of them are like very hidden, some of them are not so hidden. The gameplay flows very well. I feel like this focused a bit more on design other than gameplay. It's like a design-based tower. So I feel like because the gameplay was pretty boring at some parts, I feel like the gameplay at some parts was kind of neglected. I think this is going to be yet again another C. Because it is, I already explained. Dreams and Caverns, not a huge fan of it. Not a huge fan, I must say. Some floors have tightrope spam, and it's kind of short. There were some like floors 1 through 4 have some like bad They have some like kind of bad gameplay elements. Again, overall, and it's not very. Well, it starts off in a house. I think that's pretty cool. But it's just a D. It's just a D for me. Slipping and sliding. I might put this in F. I'm just gonna put this on an F. It's really bad. I hate it. I hate it so much. Pleasant Fantasies. It looks good, but it's boring. The design is really good, but the gameplay is very boring. There was some creativity involved. Yet again, another F tier for me. No, that's in D. All right, Triangular Terror. Some floors were fun, some floors were not fun. I feel like this could have been executed a lot more better. But like I don't think this is a very good tower. I personally think this is a D tier for me. Or maybe an even E tier actually. All right, Extraterrestrial Enchantment. I saw Razu play this. I've never played this before, but I've seen Razu play it. The theming looks very cool, I will say. Like it has a very nice theme. The gameplay looks decent, and some parts looked very creative. There was like this puzzle thing, and some like no jump sections. I think this is another great tower. I think this is gonna be a high C for me, because I think it's not as bad. All right, we're getting close. We're at like 3 more rows. Well, technically 4, but whatever. Great Displeasure. This tower is very long, but luckily it's progress based. I'm not a fan of it though, because some gameplay elements are like super boring. This isn't really even REM. But then you have the final stretch. It's like, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. And then the 12-step jump comes up to you and like, hello, you've fallen. It's game over. You're soft locked. You have to restart. So yeah, it is pretty unforgiving, but it is forgiving at the same time because progress-based stuff. I think this is just gonna be a D tier for me. Arcanium Zenturing. I'm pretty sure Arcanium is like some kind of mythical world. I'm not so sure. But I do like the idea because like it said something about it in like floor 2. Like in floor 1 and 2, you go through like some kind of caverns. The theme it's very good theming in my opinion. Design is really cool. It's pretty creative on some parts. The gameplay, some parts weren't as bad, but some parts were pretty fun. I like how each floor was based on like some different symbol, and there was like each gimmick. I think that was pretty cool. And like in the final floor, you like go through every single symbol, and by that I mean gimmick, which is enchantment. And I think this is actually going to be like a mid B tier. Actually, I think this is a good tower, honestly. Citadel of Green Stuff, very mediocre. It's good on theming and design. I just don't like the gameplay very much. It's a bit boring on some parts, fun. Not great, not bad. Overall, just a plain old C tier. Double Trouble. Floors 1 through 5 are kind of boring, but the rest of the tower is actually fun. See, I'm not even kidding. Seaside is pretty tedious, but once you learn it and once you don't have any trouble, it can be very fun. This is actually probably going. I actually might put this in A tier, but for now I'm probably just gonna put it at a high B. You know what? A tier. I think it's a low A tier. I really like this tower so much. I really like this a lot. Very good, honestly, in my opinion. Okay, Zone 3. Zone 3. Tower of 6 feet under. 6 feet under is pretty cool. Design's pretty nice. It's a dissension-based tower. And overall, it's pretty cool, I guess. I think this is just, I might put this at a high, either a high C or a low B, because this was actually very fun in my opinion. I'm probably gonna put it at a high C, in my opinion. Overestimating difficulty. I've heard of underestimating difficulty, but not overestimating difficulty. I guess it makes sense to overestimate difficulty because I'm pretty sure this is the hardest easy tower in the game. I feel like some parts were medium difficulty instead of easy difficulty. Design's nice. I feel like gameplay was all right. Overall, a C tier. Broken bricks. I like the frame. The frame's cool. The only thing that only gives broken vibes is just the frame. That's it. The gameplay is all right. I might put this at just a low C. Honestly, Client Object Frenzy. It's creative, but boring. It's creative, but very boring. I'm not a fan. I'm just gonna put it at a mid-high D. Design's cool, creativity's nice. Gameplay, it's just so boring to play through. Mild Agitation. I actually like this. I think this tower is actually very fun. The client objects are really cool. I really liked it. I'm gonna put this at. I'm just gonna put this at a B tier because it's really fun. Nice usages of the kit. And let's read chat. See what chat says. Gaming. This chat is gaming, which is nice. Okay. Crack Crush Cubes, sequel to Broken Bricks. I personally think it's better than Broken Bricks. It's very creative. Frame is nice, and unfortunately, you have to scare Slammo with purple buttons. Unfortunate. Ew, low battery, disgusting. I'm not getting my charger yet. I wanna do some tiering though. I think it's cool. I think it's all right. I might put this at a B, but I'm just gonna put this baseline B, very, very low B. Xanthophobia, aka Math Factor Tower. We're so close to being done, guys. We have 2 more rows left, 2.5 more rows left. Xanthophobia is the fear of yellow. I searched it up, and why are tower names so complex these days? We went from tower to stress to xanthophobia, bent trauma, Heiwana K's, which is Japanese for peaceful wind, fractal evolution. Enough talking about that. Xanthophobia is the fear of yellow. They did a good job with the yellow. Design is kind of cool. Gameplay, all right. Overall, a C tier. Probably gonna put this at like a mid C. Okay, dimensional hopping. Tower of dimensional hopping. Okay, dimensional. Well, you do dimension hop. You first go through like some kind of sky, which I feel like the theme was executed perfectly. Like first you go through the Skylands and then you go to the Wastelands. Pretty interesting realm change. But anyways, I think this did have some good gameplay elements. Honestly, they used like some of the kit usages were pretty nice. I think this is a solid B tier for me. Sorry. Okay, Tower of Cogs and Steam. Tower of Cogs and Steam. Very nice theme. Gameplay is good. Some parts were boring though. Again, this is going to go in baseline B. I feel like we should get like more clockwork themed towers, because clockwork themed towers they're like really cool. Like Tower of Cogs and Steam is like a nice representation of one. So yeah. Tower of I accidentally did. I think I accidentally put Talpad in. Okay, let's hope I didn't mess something up in the tier list. Tower requiring critical help. The acronym is a torch, and so it looks like a torch. I think that's kind of clever. Not gonna lie. Some parts were really creative, like the question mark. I have no idea how they managed to make a question mark look that cool, but I like the idea of a question mark letting you know if there's like some trap or like some kind of confusing thing. There were these like fading to non-fading parts of the tower. I feel like that was a bit like annoying to learn. Overall, I think this is a nice, pretty good C tier for me. Hopeless Hell. I remember thinking this tower was completely ruined with the skips patched, but when I played it, I think that I do think that the tower actually isn't that bad with the skips. I mean, there are still a couple of bad parts, but I don't think that the skips patch actually ruined the tower. And also the atmosphere of the tower and the gameplay, I think is actually really fun. Very fun tower for me. I might put this at an A, but I'm probably going to just put this at a solid B. The decoration is also really cool. I'm going to put this at a high B, high B. Alright, Tower of Cruel and Unusual Punishment. Haven't saw much of this tower, but it's the prequel to Tower of Brutal and Bizarre Torment. So, yeah. I've seen a little bit of the tower. I'll probably need your guys' opinion on this. If any of you guys have beaten Tower of Cruel and Unusual Punishment, I would like to see, because I've seen floors 1 through 4. I feel like they were pretty nice. I think they were pretty nice. The first half looked like pretty alright, decent. I mean, the gameplay looks. Not the gameplay. The design looks cool. It looks very creative. I haven't seen much of the second half, though. You know what? I'm probably just going to watch a video instead. Tower of Cruel and Unusual Punishment. I'll probably just use guess. Tons. Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. I understand this. In mediocre commentaries video. I like the idea of the frame of every other floor not having a frame. Floor 1 has no frame, floor 2 has a frame, floor 3 has no frame. You can see a pattern. I like that idea. Pretty gaming. Okay, so this is. I think this is floor 8. I think this tower looks decent. This is probably gonna be in a B tier for me. I've heard some good things about it. At least I think I did. I don't know. I might be triggering the community with this, but I'm just gonna put it at a B tier. And my opinion might change when I grind this. Menacing Creations. I haven't seen much about it, but I heard that there's clickable buttons. I feel like my friend said that it wasn't a good tower. I've seen floors 1, 2, and 3. They looked pretty decent, I must say. I'm probably gonna have to watch another video again. Tower of Menacing Creations right here. Thank you, experts.
Nice taught.
Yeah,
Come on.
real nice.
Hi everyone, we're gonna be doing a pilot. So yeah, floor 1 looks decent. I feel like floor 1 looked kind of cool. Let's just like skip to floor 5. Very rigged ladder. Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of what the hell? Okay, well that doesn't look like a very good gameplay element. Let's take a look at the floor 7. I mean, it just seems like. I mean, the creations sure are menacing. I'm thinking of either a C or a B. A C or a B. I need your. Okay, yeah, I'll just put it at a C. So yeah. Infuriating obstacles. Ah ha 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 ha. E tier. Might put it out of F tier. I mean, it's like baseline E. Quirky contraptions. I've seen mediocre commentaries do it. It looks fun. It looks actually fun. Design looks cool. I do think that it looks cool. Yeah. The gameplay looks fun. I've said that a billion times. And apparently this tower is not like other towers. I was literally about to say this tower is not like other girls. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up and just put this at like a B. From what I've seen, it looked really cool. So, yeah. Oh, oopsies. Alright, yeah. B tier you go. Over here. Alright. Citadel of Tricky Situations. Not a bad Citadel. I like the idea of an easier Citadel. The gameplay is cool. There is a safety net, and I think the safety net parts have some like. I think the safety net is better than the first half, even though it is longer. I do think that it's like a lot more enjoyable. I do think it's less boring than the first half because the first half was a bit boring. I think this is maybe a baseline B, maybe a high C. I'm just gonna put it at baseline B. All right, Zone 4. Tower of Fairly Simple Challenges. It goes from sea to sand somehow. I don't understand why, but it is what it is. Okay, so Fairly Simple Challenges. The challenges sure are fairly simple. Music is cool. It's very creative. It's a very solid tower. I think this is going to go in a B tier. So yeah, congratulations, you are now in B tier. Aquatic Contemplation. The tower is very long and it's very creative, but I kind of found it boring, not gonna lie. I kind of found it boring. Some parts were fun, but I'm just gonna have to put it at a C, unfortunately. Fun and Simple Trials. I wasn't a huge fan of Fun and Simple Trials. I didn't really like it much. I personally think this is like a D tier for me. I just felt nothing about it. I just was just playing it. I was just kind of hoping it was done, honestly. Tower of Up is Down. Okay, of course. I'm obviously going to be like, I'm obviously putting this at an S tier. Yeah, I know it's expected, but like, come on, it's really good. It's really good. It's a really cool tower, very creative. The design is not amazing, and it's just such a great tower, man. It's like so fun. Like, definite S tier for me. Wicked Wedges, the sequel to Laning Ledges. I do think this tower was pretty fun. Pretty creative at some parts. Design is pretty cool, pretty nice. I definitely think this is gonna go at like a B tier for me. B tier. Elevator traveling, very creative. And you know what? I'm gonna get the charger. So, be right back. Alrighty, I am back with my charger. You know, we have like 1.5 row. Sorry. We have one more row and then we'll be free. We'll be done. Anyways, Tower of Elevator Traveling. I found this very creative, very gaming tower, I must say. Very gaming tower. I think the design is cool. The theme was definitely executed very good. I think it's super creative. I think this is, you know, I'm probably going to put this at like a very low A. It was actually enjoyable for me. I actually found it enjoyable, believe it or not. Probably an unpopular opinion, but that's just how I felt. That's just how I feel, okay? Pure Chroma. I like this tower. This tower, yeah, it has very nice design, very visually appealing. It was very creative at some parts. Gameplay flows very well. I kind of like 3x_W. I think that's his username. I like his building style. Overall, this is gonna be another A for me. Very great tower. Awesome. Mechanically induced mayhem, another A. We're just on a roll for A tiers. This is a really cool tower, very creative. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this at an S tier because it's very creative, super fun. Design is amazing, and it's another masterpiece. It's another masterpiece, and of course expected. Again, that's just how I feel. Funky grooves. The tower's music is really cool, and it is definitely funky. I'm pretty sure the difficulty does spike a bit. Theming is nice. My PB on it is like only 5 though, so I can't judge it that much. I can't like judge it very fairly, but I'm probably just gonna give this a B tier because it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, you know, it's cool. Cool. Shifting slopes. I have not seen a full tower of it. I've heard it uses like some slippery slope thing. Some like slope thing, whatever. Slopity slope. But like, yeah, I can't really judge it very fairly. I think I've seen a little bit of the second half though. I'm gonna have to. All right. You beat TODI. Nice. TODI. Okay. I'm just gonna take a look of, what was it? Shifting slopes. Yeah, shifting slopes. And just take a brief look at it. I'm just gonna guess. I think I've seen floor 1 of it. Floor 1 looks cool. People have said that this isn't peak intense because this is placed. I'm pretty sure this is placed like peak intense in the difficulty chart. So right off the bat, this tower looks really good. The chart. cool. Dang, that's long. 2 minutes on the first. I think this tower looks creative. I must say. Let's skip a couple of frames. Yeah, I can't just watch like a whole 25-minute video just to rank this on like a tier or something. Gameplay looks alright. I must say. This looks creative, I think. I don't know. Yeah, this definitely looks cool. This definitely looks fun. Fuzzy screen. These parts are like shift blocks. Oh, that's creative. Very nice idea. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty tough actions. Yeah, this is definitely. Oh, that's a very sketchy final jump. But you know, I'm just gonna put this at a B tier. So yeah, definite B tier. Dance Dance Destruction. This is one of those towers that gets better over time. Very nice theme. I like the songs. Gameplay is really fun, like, the more you go. Boss fights, the boss fight, like, doesn't give you, like, for some reason you don't take any damage in the boss fight. Kind of a shame, really. But this, I'm actually probably going to give this an A tier. Like a very low A tier. It's my opinion. So if you're going to send me death threats, I guess, for an opinion. But okay. One more row, guys. One more row. Tornado Vehemence. This is the theming is cool, but it's very demotivating and boring if you fall. Having to get back up, it's very tedious, and it's not so great. It's not so great. I do think it's very creative on some parts, though. Design is nice, and the fact that we got a literal tornado in a game, I think it's cool. I definitely think it's a good tower, but I had, like, a bad experience with it. I think this is, like, a high B. Like, a high B for me. Alright. Citadel of Quadrilaterals. Very, very nice Citadel, I must say. This Citadel is pretty cool. Very cool Citadel. Every part usage is a square because, you know, Citadel of Quadrilaterals. It's very creative. Very creative. Songs are really nice. Song choice is really nice. Song choice is really nice. And the design is very nice. Visually appealing. And so, again, this is definitely going to be a B tier for me. Okay, Inevitable Failure. Not a big fan of it. Not a big fan, I must say. Yeah, it's just trusses. It difficulty spikes a lot. This is probably going to be a high C. Like, it's probably an unpopular opinion, but like, I'm just not a fan. It's fun, but like the difficulty spikes a lot, and yeah. Okay, AAA. You know, I'm actually going to give this an A tier because it's very fun, and like, even though it's long, it's very fun. Gameplay is very fun. It's very creative. Its design is really cool. It's the sequel to jtoh, and it was literally made to mock modernism, and now it's like some model for like modernism and stuff. It's very cool, very nice, very gaming. All right, now we have Arcane Area, which is the last. This is the last of the last. Steeple of Biome Traversing. Biome Traversing. It's a nice concept where you have to like get keys and stuff for for like some kind of sorcerer thing. I think that's cool. Design's nice. Gameplay, pretty questionable at times. Creativity, yeah. It's just a C tier for me. Steeple of Astounding Sorcery. Again, not too bad, not too good either. Again, just going to be another C. I feel like this could have been better if it were like a little bit more harder, because I feel like it was a bit boring. Anyways, Steeple of Realm Odyssey. I'm pretty sure it's that one lore-based steeple where you go through like some caverns and stuff. I think that's that one steeple. Or was it Atmospheric Powers? Oh wait, no, Atmospheric Powers is that other twisted. Oh no, or is it was okay? It was Steeple of Magical Elements. Yes. Okay, so Steeple of Realm Odyssey. I need to see it. I need to see a video of Steeple. I need to see a video of this steeple just to make sure. Okay, so yeah, it is that one lore-based tower, and I'm pretty sure this had a boss fight. Oh yeah, it had this puzzle, which I wasn't aware of. You go through like multiple realms. I don't like lore. I wasn't a fan of lore, so I never really bothered to read the lore. There was also a boss fight at the end, I'm pretty sure. This is the boss fight. I think this is the boss. Did this have a boss fight? I don't think this had a boss fight. Yeah, that didn't have a boss fight. I think this is another C for me. Steeple of Atmospheric Powers. Okay, I need to see a video of this as well. Steeple of Atmospheric Powers. Right here. What was this again? Oh, wait, I think I remember. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember. I remember this. It's like it's a cool steeple. It's a cool steeple. I think it's all right. Yeah. Nice. It's very fun. Nice new gameplay. You know, honestly, might put this at a because from what I remember, I think it was really fun. I might put this at a B, like a low B. Steeple of Magical Elements. You go through like you go through like some kind of like magical elements, of course. You like go through different elements like lightning, air. I think that theming is cool. From what I remembered though, the gameplay was kind of meh-ish. It's probably just gonna be another C. Most of these steeples are gonna be in C tier, to be honest. Steeple of Twisted Crystals. I like the theming. Theming is pretty nice. Nice theming. Alright gameplay. This is again going to be another C. Most of these I felt like very neutral with. They weren't like very good, but they weren't very bad as well. Steeple of Witch Calamity. Again, it's just another C. Like most of these steeples I just found were not bad, but they weren't good as well. They were just mostly mediocre. Steeple of Crystal Ascension. This is going in D. I was not a fan of it. It was pretty boring from what I remembered. I not a fan. Steeple of Magical Collaborations. You know, okay, so this is the last one, and you know, I'm gonna be putting this at an actual B tier because it's actually not boring. It's actually pretty good, and it was an overall fun to play through. I did not like the part where you have to survive the kill breaks though. I died there once, and I almost died there like another time, but that's it. The tier list is done. Pretty good. The tier list is officially done. This is the official The Epic Seer jtoh tier list right here. As you can see, most of the towers ended up in C. But here is the rest. Here is the tier list. So, thank you guys a lot for sticking around in this journey. yeah, if you want to see the rest of the, if you want to see the rest of the stream, you can see it when I'm like done with the stream. It won't be unlisted. It won't be unlisted. So yeah, this is just this is the tier list, guys, as you can see. Well, so thank you guys for Among Us. Thank you guys for watching, and I will now end stream. So